Hey, it's your girl Fury, and you gotta promise me not to be upset. I know how some of y'all are. When somebody does something to me, let's say they make me mad, or they make me sad, or they piss me off, or they disrespectful or rude or something. I know y'all don't like that. I know oftentimes y'all ride for me like we went to high school together, or I'm like your cousin or something, or like I'm your baby mama or something, and I know how y'all get, so just please don't get upset. But I would save the worst part for last. A couple weeks ago, I got a DM from Roy Wood Jr. asking me if I wanted to appear on his podcast, A Comedy Central and iHeartradio. No, that Comedy Central. Comedy Central at iHeartRadio. Typically, I'll do an interview depending on who it is or what it's for. A lot of interviews I turn away. I turn them down. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm not interested. But thanks for the opportunity. But I've known Roy for years. A lot of people know who he is. I'm surprised that my Uncle Martin didn't. He's like the hood version of Key and Peele. So my Uncle Martin was like, I don't know who that is. I'm like, then he later on figured it out, okay? For those of you guys who don't know, he's a comedian. He's an actor, producer, and a writer. He's done a lot. But he's currently on a daily show on Comedy Central, and I later learned that my daughter watches it. She loves it. She's a fan of his, so I was surprised, but okay. So he asked me to appear on his podcast for Comedy Central at iHeartRadio called Roy's Job Fair, which is basically about people who have interesting jobs. Who has an interesting job? This girl. So like I said, I'm really picky about who the interviews are that I do. Like, my last interview that I did was with Cosmopolitan magazine. I've been in there twice. They say they're gonna put me in there again. So like, I don't just interview with anybody, but that's my people right there. I've known Roy since MySpace days. We started following each other on MySpace because I was a fan of his little radio segment when he would prank call people. So I've been listening to that Roy for years. He started following me and we hit it off. Not like that kind of hit it off. Like, we would sit and talk to each other like that's my dog right there. So it was harmless, trust me. His girl found out and was like, nah, you can't talk to her no more. But like, we've always just been cool with each other for years. So when he asked me to be a part of his podcast, that was like an easy yes. Come on now. Like, even if it wasn't going to be on Comedy Central. I mean, not on Comedy Central, but it's on like Spotify and other sites. It's some places. I forgot where it's at. I'll drop the links in the URL. But even if it wasn't Comedy Central, even if it wasn't iHeartRadio, it's Roy. That's my dog right there. So he asked, yes. My classmate asked when I dropped the interview, and I was like, no. So he hits me up and he like, the producer emailed me. I ain't get no email. Shut up. So he gave the producer my phone number. I was like, you better not prank call me either. He laughed. So I had went to the dentist and I was tired. I went to the dentist for like no sleep, y'all. Like I was over it, and my my dentist was in another city, so I had to but I had to drive like 40 minutes, and then I was just over it. I was done. I was done. But Roy hit me up and was like, can you do the interview in like a couple hours? I'm like, I didn't want to tell him no because that's my people, but I would do it. So the producer called me and he's like, Roy usually doesn't do the bookings himself, but he wanted me to call you. My hair is a mess, y'all. I'm gonna deal with it later. No, I'm not wearing a wig. I didn't feel like wearing a wig. I wanted to wear my salt and pepper. And yes, my hair is actually salt and pepper. See? But Roy usually does not book his own guests on the show. The producer does. So the producer was taken aback with the fact that he specifically singled me out to be on the show. So the producer didn't know he was talking to at first. And then it dawned on him when I said my name. And he was done, okay? He was starstruck. I mean, it happens to me often. People, when they realize who I am or they recognize me in public or whatever the situation is. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm used to it. It's still funny every time it happens, though. But he was like starstruck. And he was like, I deal with famous people all the time. And I'm starstruck. Yeah, do you deal with famous people that be sitting up here masturbating for a living? Or just regular famous people? It's a difference. Like, it's a big difference. It's somebody that you watch for those type of reasons and somebody you watch for those type of reasons. So he was just amazed. It's like, let's just say he seen my work. And he knew who he was on the phone with, but it was a shocker to him. But once he got over himself, it was like talking to an old friend. He was so nice. He was funny. He was smart. He showed me pictures of his wife and kids. They are so cute. He has a really nice looking family. And I thoroughly enjoyed talking to him. And I explained to him that I'm doing the video gaming thing, which is crazy because I had tweeted before the past 2 interviews that I had. Actually, the interview I had before him was not Cosmo. It was with a publicist in America, and then the other one was with a publicist in Germany. I forgot. But anyways, the last 2 interviews that I had, I said that I was going to make sure that I told them that I'm playing video games, because y'all know I'm ready to get out this industry. And I'm ready to play video games full time. It's what I'm passionate about. It's what I love. That's what I want to do. Here go Tori talking about my child support is late. I'm in the middle of vlogging right now. You asking me about some money. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Bye. Tori is one of my coworkers, and she's always sending me pictures of her kids and stuff. They so adorable. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I just want to squeeze them. So I send her money every week. I think I said that before in the video. I was like, I send her her money every week to go get her kids like stuff. I send them birthday money, chicken nugget money, french fry money. I even send her money. She'd be like, I want this, and I'd be like, alright. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send it to you in the middle of my vlog. Girl, you is not my mom. Yes, I am. Let me send her this money. That's how I be talking to her. But she loves me though. I promise she do. So I put in the note, I said heifer. She get on my nerves. I did it in the middle of the vlog and I left it in there too. I just sent you your cash. Go get my baby her what you call it. Fury love the kids, okay? I love the kids. But anyway, so we sit up here talking and it's like talking to like my cousin or something. He be watching my videos. But anyway, so he was like surprised when I told him I played video games. I had tweeted that every time I do an interview, I'm telling them like I'm transitioning into playing video games for a living full time. And people are just like, really? Tell me more. But we only have 15 minutes. We only have 15 minutes to get it done. So, he was like, let's talk about your career, of course. Let's talk about, you know, how you got started. What's the worst job you ever had? And then let's talk about the video games thing because I'm intrigued. And I want to talk about that. But we only got 15 minutes, so we got to move in and out. I was like, I bet. So, I told him about my worst job. And we talked about, you know, how I met Roy. He basically told them what I just told y'all. How his girlfriend was like, The interview was fun and it was funny. I enjoyed it, right? It was him. It was Roy. Hold up. Actually, I got a picture. I took it while I was doing the interview. I need to delete these pictures of my ex. I'll tell you that much. See? That's Roy. Well, it's kind of hard to see because my ring light. But yeah, it's him. So I was sitting up here just like, it's Roy, it's him, my homie, finally. And then I'm talking to the producer because he's also a show host. And we're having fun. And then it's this chick, this black girl who I don't even know who she is. Well, actually, she's a black woman. I don't know who she is. I ain't never seen her a day before in my life. I ain't never heard of her. I don't know if she's famous because, I mean, every famous people that, you know, you don't know about. Come on. I mean, like, I'm famous. I mean, I'm like an F-list celebrity, but at the end of the day, I'm still famous. If you don't think I am, go on Google and type in the definition of famous, and it'll tell you that I am. But, so she could have been famous. I just don't know who she is. Or if she even is famous because the producer isn't like well known. He's good at what he does, but he's not like major. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if she is or not, but she offended me. Everyone else on that show had respect for me. had honor for me, had reverence for my career and what I have done, my contributions to the industry, the fact that I'm a pioneer, the fact that I'm a living legend, and that I'm one of the most prolific adult entertainers of my time. And I was very humbled by that, because it's like, y'all are giving me my flowers. I appreciate it, because y'all know I'm trying to get out of this industry. So for people to just give me that love and that energy for what I have done, you know what I'm saying? It means a lot. You stupid camera, stay in focus. It meant a whole lot, y'all. Like, just for somebody to give me my flowers, because I've worked so hard doing, you know, what I do for a living. Even though my time is coming to a close. But, you know, just to hear them give me that love was dope. It was dope. And then here go this heifer. Hold up. Y'all, I got so many pages. Okay, so the interview went great until whoever she is, the other co-host, I don't even know the girl name. I know the other host's name. I know his name. I know his first and his last name. I don't even know her name. But anyways, he got to the end, and she decided to ask me how my kid felt about my job. What? How my child felt about my job? You as a black woman to another black woman, that's the one thing that you asked me about, is how my child feels about my job. For starters, my child is grown. And so am I, because I paid the bills. How dare you? What? Y'all, we talking about adult stuff, growing up, nastiness, and you gonna ask me how my child felt about my job? Out of all the stuff that you could have asked me about, all the stuff that my fans would love to talk about, you asked me how my child felt about my job. That ain't your business. Some things you don't cross the line at. You know what I'm saying? That's rude. People think because I bust it open on the internet for a living that they got a right to be rude. No, you do not. There are so many other things that people want to know about me that they don't know. Like, they really wanted to talk about my video gaming and my vlogging and this. What you see me doing, they wanted to talk about this. Me transitioning into doing something else, because what is talking about people who have interesting jobs. So I'm going from one interesting job to another interesting job. And you asking me how my child feels about me and my job? One, she's extremely proud, just to let you know. My daughter is grown. My daughter been grown for a while. Actually, she's 19, and she's the amount of minutes that this video is running at right now. The duration of this video so far at this moment is 19, and that's how long my child been living on this earth. She grown, and she don't care about people asking how she feels about me busting it open for a living. She thinks it's weird that people ask that. She really thinks it's weird. For starters, let me tell you something. My daughter is extremely proud of me. I just hit my 59th millionth paid. As in, the money goes into my bank account. Mine. View on X videos yesterday. in my sleep. I'm 1 million views away from hitting my 100 millionth view on X videos. Every time I get another million views, I go find her, and if I can't find her, I get my camera out and I do this, and I send her a video or a picture of my fist, because whenever I would say I hit another million views, she would fist bump me because she's proud of me and the fact that I've turned absolutely nothing from me walking in the snow to mail DVDs, to sleeping on my homegirl floor, to walking to get groceries because I couldn't afford bus fare, to multiple cars outside and living pretty decent, and taking care of her by myself. I had her young, but I ain't have her that young. I was 20 when I got pregnant. I was older than she was, okay? But I still was young and stupid, okay? Let's get that out the way. Because people be wanting to be like, oh, mistakes happen. And, oh, no, I was young and stupid. But she is the best thing that ever happened to me. Let me tell you something. And, like, why would you want to know that? What is wrong with you, lady? Why would you want to know that? I've been doing this since the Great Depression, and most people do not want to know how my child feels about me masturbating for a living. Nasty. What kind of mess is that? Weirdo. You weird. I've given my child a life that most people that's grown, most people that's older than me ain't ever gonna live. And not just the financial aspects, because money is not everything. Let's get that understood. I raised a extremely intelligent child. She took all honors classes except for chorus, and it may as well have been honors, because at the end of the day, the school that she sang for is one of the top schools in the nation for chorus. They was going to compete before the pandemic, and they was expected to take it home. So technically all her classes are honors. She graduated at 17. She graduated early. Her job has offered to hire her as a manager. She's doing wonderfully. She's been doing hair since she was 7. And I'm so serious about that, because I have a picture of her doing hair since she was 7. I'm always going to sing my baby's praises. You got the wrong one. You got me effed up, lady. Matter of fact, where is this picture at? Here she go. That was Bree gluing a track. Because she been doing hair since she was little. So it's like, I need her to do mine, because this is looking like a bush. But she's respectful. She's loving. She's generous. And she's not judgmental. So she definitely ain't gonna sit up here and let you judge her mama, who took care of her and raised her to be a dope human being. The people that have met her, the people who have talked to her, is like, she's amazing. She is so polite. You don't know how polite this heifer is? Let me tell you how polite Brie is. I could sneeze, and if she ain't nowhere near me, she'll text me and say, bless you. excellent. I love her. And it's not just because she's my daughter. Y'all, I'm doing my hair after this. Because y'all know I'd be fussing over my hair for like... I mean, if you've watched me before, and when my hair has been like poofy, and it starts to like do stuff, like how it's starting to like wave back up and it don't want to do right, y'all know I'm not right. When my hair ain't right. Matter of fact, let's just get this over with. We just gonna throw this in a ponytail so I can finish fussing. Alright. I don't like that. But anyways, my daughter is wonderful and she is not judgmental at all. I have raised her to be very open-minded when it comes to other people, because at the end of the day, for starters, they ain't got nothing to do with you, and two, don't judge people until you know the story. Like, you sitting up here asking questions about how does my daughter feel about me busting it open on the internet. You rude. You're rude, lady. There is so many other questions that she could have asked. She could have made up some stuff like, who is my favorite music artist, or if I can have one artist come back, or no, if I can have one person come back, who would it be? Hola, Nina. You come in here. I'm blocking. Speak of the devil, look who it is. I was telling them about that rude lady when I did that interview with Comedy Central. And I was talking about how we was enjoying the interview, and then the one question she asked is, how do you feel about me busting it open on the internet for a living? Out of all the things you could have asked, is that. Plus, you grown. You don't care about that. My hair is... You don't gotta be there to win? No. Oh. She gotta go. We gotta leave. But, I got a couple more minutes and I'll wrap it up and I'll drop you off. Alright. I'm gonna take her to work. But anyway, so... She don't care. Trust me. Brooke's proud of me. But if people do say BS or ask me stupid questions about my kid or me being a parent or stuff, because adult entertainers do have husbands, wives, girlfriends, boyfriends, kids, parents that they take care of and everything. So if you ever come out your mouth and you ask me about my kid, that's when we got a legit problem. But and when it doesn't happen often, but sometimes people leave like stupid comments or like they say stupid stuff, and I just delete it and I block them usually. Like if somebody does leave one up under here, that's what I'm gonna do. But for the most part, it doesn't really happen a lot. So for somebody to come out their mouth in a major interview and say something like that, I held it together and I told them basically that my child is a dope, wonderful individual and she's not judgmental and she's grown. She a grown up. She don't care. I'm still appreciative of the opportunity though. But you know, Roy's my people, so I kept it cute. I was respectful. Because at the end of the day, it's his podcast and I would like to work with him, the producer, or both one day, especially since I am going into, you know, more safer work type of industry. So I kept it cute, but that was offensive. And I'm pretty sure you'll understand and you'll feel me, won't you? So I just let it go and got through the interview and ended it and went about my way. They cut the interview at that part though, definitely. But you know, even though she tried it, I could have been like, first off, you ugly. But I wasn't gonna do that. I wasn't gonna talk about her looks. I'm working on being a more positive individual. I said my prayers back in 2012, so she lucky. But we had fun. It was a dope experience. It was really fun, and the producer knows I want to get into TV and mainstream. So I made a dope new associate. I could text him right now and be like, hey, just checking on you. Hope y'all doing all right. I'm out, peace, you know. And that's what it's about. He's a dope person, and I'm just so grateful for the opportunity. But I'm gonna ride her to work, and I'm gonna end this. So I'm gonna drop the URL to the video, to the podcast, and if you'd like to listen at it, I would love for you to. I would really love for you to support me and listen at it. And please don't say anything negative and ugly and rude about her, or, you know, just positive vibes only, guys. We're trying to stay positive on this channel and everything, but I just wanted to let you know how it went. You know, just wanted to let y'all know how it went. So thank you for cheering me on. Thank you for being positive. Thank you for just loving on me and caring about the stuff that I do. It doesn't have to do with me busting it open for a living and all of my dreams and aspirations and goals, because y'all are the reason why I still continue to vlog and just work on all the stuff that I got going on. I really appreciate it. Trust me. No. Okay. I appreciate it. I'm gonna take her to work. All right, y'all. I'm out.